Russia, a vast land spanning 2 continents and multiple time zones, is a place brimming with astounding traditions, extreme records, and jaw-dropping mysteries. Ever heard of a village where temperatures plummet to -71 degrees Celsius, or the world's deepest lake? In this video we'll delve into the bizarre and shocking facts that only Russia can offer. Stay with us until the end. The stories about to unfold will astonish you. Oymyakon, located in Siberia, Russia, is famed as the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Here, temperatures can drop to an astonishing -71 degrees Celsius, and winter lasts for 9 long months. Its approximately 500 residents have adapted to this extreme environment, often keeping their cars running continuously to prevent freezing and dressing in multiple layers, including fur. Animals too grow thick fur to withstand the brutal cold. This harsh environment has fostered a strong sense of community, with neighbors relying on each other for support. The Yakut people, who form the majority of the population, subsist on a high-protein diet of reindeer or fish, often consumed raw or frozen. They also utilize the natural cold to preserve food. But what if I told you Russia holds another incredible record? Let's now explore something deeper than the cold. Lake Baikal, situated in Siberia, is the world's deepest and oldest lake. Formed about 25 million years ago, this colossal lake holds 20% of the world's unfrozen fresh water, and is home to over 1,000 species of flora and fauna, many of which are endemic, found nowhere else on Earth. Among its most famous inhabitants is the Baikal seal, the world's only exclusively freshwater seal. The lake is surrounded by forests and mountains, showcasing its beauty with lush green anabasis in summer, and mystical ice landscapes in winter. If you plan to visit, ensure you have the proper permits, travel with a guide, and adhere to local regulations for safety. If you could plan a trip to Siberia right now, would Lake Baikal be at the top of your list? What other destinations would you add? Let us know in the comments. Now let's explore another landmark symbolizing Russian power. The Kremlin, located in Moscow, is a fortress symbolizing Russia's power, history, and transformation. As the largest medieval fortress still in use, it has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, revolutions, and political shifts. It also played a crucial role during the Soviet era and the Cold War. Architecturally, the Kremlin blends Russian styles with Renaissance influences, housing landmarks like the Assumption Cathedral and the Tsar Bell. The cathedral was the coronation site for czars, while the Tsar Bell symbolizes Russia's grandeur and challenges. Inside the Kremlin, the Armory Museum displays treasures like royal crowns and ornate Fabergé eggs. The Kremlin is a living museum, connecting Russia's past, present, and future, symbolizing national resilience. From royal coronations to ancient treasures, the Kremlin narrates Russia's magnificent history. But what if there's a festival that brings Russia's harsh winters to life with music and warmth? Don't miss this next tradition. Maslanita is Russia's vibrant pancake festival, a folk holiday celebrating the transition from winter to spring in the week before Lent. This joyous festival is filled with music, dance, and community gatherings. The star of the festival is the blini, a thin pancake symbolizing the sun's warmth and energy, often served with caviar, sour cream, honey, or jam. But Maslanita is more than just a food festival. It's a lively outdoor celebration featuring traditional markets, skiing, snowball fights, and performances. Participants don traditional costumes, adding to the festive atmosphere. A key ritual is the burning of the Maslanita effigy, a straw doll representing winter, to bid farewell to the cold and welcome spring. Activities like snowmobiling, horse-drawn sleigh rides, and round dances emphasize the cyclical nature of seasons and unity, enjoyed by all ages. Maslanita combines pagan and Christian traditions, promoting reconciliation and community spirit. This festival is a popular attraction in Russia, drawing tourists and locals alike to enjoy the authentic festive mood during the week-long event. It not only preserves traditional customs but also vividly expresses the essence of Russian culture and the enduring spirit of its people. From the sun-bright festival of Maslanita to the cold, silent guardians of Russia's most famous museum, one of the most bizarre stories you'll hear about Russian culture awaits. Before we explore further, a special 10-second request. If you find this helpful, please hit the notification bell and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel, and I promise to keep making this show better for you. The Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg is renowned not only for its art but also for its beloved cats. For centuries, these felines have lived in the museum's basement, originally introduced to protect its treasures from rodents. Today these cats are cared for by museum staff, and have become cherished figures among visitors. The Hermitage cats even have a dedicated press secretary, and a special day in their honor, highlighting their cultural significance. They roam freely through the museum, sometimes sneaking into galleries to the delight of tourists. These cats are an important part of the museum's heritage, reflecting Russia's deep affection for felines. They have inspired books, artworks, and social media accounts, becoming some of the world's most famous museum cats. The tradition of keeping cats combines practicality with affection, adding a unique charm to the museum. Each cat is even considered by some to be a reincarnation of a former museum employee, adding a mystical touch to their presence. The Hermitage Museum cats are treasured figures in St. Petersburg's cultural landscape, embodying the city's history, art, and love for these elegant creatures. While these museum cats are loved by millions, another unexpected element of Russian heritage can be found in the most unlikely of places. Now, prepare to be introduced to a vending machine that offers more than just snacks. Vending machines in Russia selling military-related merchandise offer a unique window into the country's history and cultural heritage. Found in airports and shopping malls, these machines dispense miniature models, keychains, t-shirts, and decorative items, reflecting a pride in Russia's legacy. The AK-47, designed in 1947, is often seen as a symbol of Russian resilience and innovation. These machines highlight its history, with some even featuring screens narrating the story of its inventor, Mikhail Kalashnikov. Popular among tourists and collectors, these vending machines are seen as an example of combining history with commerce, though some find the commercialization of such items unsettling. Tourists often share humorous photos, adding to the curiosity and hype. From military souvenirs to heart-pounding traditions, how about a story that confronts the cold winter head-on? The next segment will make you question your limits. Ice swimming, or walrus swimming, is a daring and popular tradition in Russia where people plunge into waters below 0 degrees Celsius. This activity is renowned for its health benefits such as improved circulation and a strengthened immune system, uniting enthusiasts during the coldest winter months. It's often accompanied by a traditional banya, or Russian sauna session, further enhancing well-being. For Russian Orthodox Christians, ice swimming holds spiritual significance during Epiphany, with participants immersing themselves 3 times to honor the Holy Trinity. These events often feature intricately designed ice holes cut into frozen lakes or rivers, showcasing their beauty. This activity highlights the resilient spirit of Russians, transforming harsh winters into moments of joy and camaraderie. However, this activity carries serious risks, so thorough preparation, safety measures, and medical consultation are essential before attempting it. For many, ice swimming is more than just a sport. It's a way to connect with nature and responsibly embrace the challenges of winter. But could there be something even more bizarre than swimming in ice-cold water? Now let's look at an even more astonishing story: attacks on Russian traditions. There was a time when wanting to grow a beard meant you had to pay a tax. Under Peter the Great in 18th century Russia, a beard tax was introduced as part of his efforts to modernize the country. Having traveled through Europe, Peter sought to make Russian appearances more European. Beards were considered a symbol of Russian tradition and the Orthodox Church, which he aimed to reform. This tax was levied on all men, regardless of whether they were nobles or peasants, with higher rates for the wealthy. Upon payment, a certificate or medallion was issued, and officials even conducted inspections to ensure compliance. Failure to pay resulted in fines. Despite opposition from the Orthodox Church, the beard tax was a significant part of Peter the Great's reforms, offering a fascinating glimpse into his revolutionary reign. Now that we've covered Russia's unique laws, let's embark on a transcontinental journey that connects the far reaches of this vast nation. The next leg of our journey takes us on the extraordinary Trans-Siberian Railway, traversing Russia. Stretching from Moscow to Vladivostok, this incredible railway spans over 9,000 kilometers and crosses 8 time zones. First opened in 1916, it connects Europe with East Asia, offering an unforgettable travel experience. The 7-day journey showcases Russia's stunning diversity, presenting landscapes from bustling cities to remote villages, dense Anabasis forests, vast steppes, and majestic mountains. This railway is more than just transportation. It's a lifeline and a symbol of adventure and romance. The Trans-Siberian Railway has inspired countless artists, filmmakers, and travelers. Boarding this iconic train is a unique way to experience Russia's immensity and rich culture. Shall we now briefly return to one of Russia's most dangerous places? Lake Karachay, located in the southern Ural Mountains near Ozyorsk, Russia, is known as one of the most radioactive places on Earth. This contamination originated from the Mayak Production Association, a significant Soviet-era nuclear facility. Starting in 1951, radioactive waste was dumped into the lake, creating an environmental hazard. By the 1990s, an estimated 120 million curies of radioactivity had accumulated in the lake, making it one of the most polluted spots on the planet. Efforts to prevent the spread of radioactive materials included filling parts of the lake with concrete, but the area remains extremely dangerous. Lake Karachay serves as a solemn reminder of the environmental impact of nuclear activities. While Russia boasts cultural landmarks like the world's largest medieval fortress, Lake Karachay underscores the importance of responsibly managing radioactive waste. Now let's turn our attention to a city that attests to Russia's industrial might and its darker side. The Moscow Metro, the underground palace. Opened in 1935, the Moscow Metro is a stunning blend of luxury and history. Constructed during the Soviet era, this subway system was designed as a series of grand palaces for the people, reflecting national power and pride. Stations like Komsomolskaya feature high columns, gilded mosaics, and historical scenes from World War II. The metro combines beauty with function, showcasing chandeliers, sculpted reliefs, and polished granite floors. Each station feels like a work of art, a testament to the nation's strength. Today, the Moscow Metro is renowned as one of the most beautiful subway systems in the world. Visitors marvel at ornately decorated stations like Mayakovskaya, which boasts a design combining Art Deco and futuristic elements. At Ploshchad Revolyutsy Station, bronze sculptures of workers bring history to life. If you're curious about other bizarre things in Russia, subscribe and turn on notifications. There are more fascinating stories here. Great Russia. The largest country in the world, Russia spans two continents, Europe and Asia, covering an area of 17 million square kilometers, which is about 11% of the Earth's total landmass. Russia is even larger than Pluto, which has a surface area of 16.7 million square kilometers. Despite this, Russia's population is smaller than that of many countries. For example, Russia's land area is slightly more than twice that of the United States, yet the US population is twice as large as Russia's. Russia's territory could have included Alaska or Russian America, but it was sold to the United States in 1867 for $7.2 million. At the time, many Americans thought Alaska was a barren wasteland, but the later discovery of oil deposits proved them wrong. Now that we understand Russia's immense size, let's look at a city infamous worldwide for its pollution. Can you imagine living in such an environment? Nurilk, the world's most polluted city. We now turn our attention to Nurilk, located in northern Siberia, to examine the environmental problems this city faces. Nurilk is known as one of the most polluted cities in the world, with its pollution stemming from mining activities, including the extraction of nickel, copper, and palladium. Sulfur dioxide and other harmful substances released during the smelting process adversely affect air quality and the surrounding environment. These pollution levels cause serious health problems for residents, including respiratory diseases and cancer. Nurilk is remotely located and accessible only by air or river. This isolation further exacerbates the difficulties faced by its inhabitants. Access to Nurilk can be restricted even for Russian citizens, requiring special permits. The situation in Nurilk clearly illustrates the impact of industrial pollution on the environment and public health, and the persistent problems it causes. Now, let's explore an interesting cultural difference that might make you rethink your own habits. Russian women live 10 years longer than men. Alcohol consumption is a significant public health issue in Russia, severely impacting the population's gender ratio. Russia has approximately 10 million more women than men. with an average life expectancy of 74 for women and 66 for men. One factor contributing to this 10-year life expectancy gap is alcohol consumption. On average, Russian men consume significantly more alcohol than women. Men consume about 18 liters of wine annually, while women consume only 6 liters. Along with other causes like war, traffic accidents, and heart disease, alcohol consumption among men plays a crucial role in this disparity. A study published in The Guardian, analyzing over 150,000 men, found that those who regularly drank vodka had a 35% higher risk of dying before the age of 55. Despite these shocking statistics, the gender imbalance in the population persists, posing various challenges and social impacts on Russian society. Have you ever had a truly strange or unusual experience while traveling? Share your stories in the comments. Gopnik culture is a unique Russian subculture known for its squatting posture, Adidas tracksuits, and a style that combines Soviet-era and modern influences. Emerging in the 1970s and 80s, this culture reflected communal living and a close-knit working-class society formed amidst limited resources. The iconic Gopnik-style tracksuits, flat caps, and sunflower seeds symbolized resilience and camaraderie in a challenging environment. The squatting posture, often called the Slav squat, was a practical and cultural way to rest without sitting on the cold ground. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in the 1990s, Gopnik culture adapted to changing times, becoming a form of identity for some marginalized youth. Today, Gopnik culture combines tradition with global trends, gaining recognition through memes and merchandise. While some Russians feel pride in this cultural identity, others see it as a reflection of socio-economic challenges. Gopnik culture continues to exist as both a historical symbol and a modern pop culture phenomenon. Did you know that the beloved game Tetris originated in Russia? Yes, this classic electronic game was invented in Russia and there's no dispute about it. The story begins in 1984 when Russia was part of the Soviet Union. Alexei Pajitnov, an engineer and computer scientist at the Moscow Academy of Sciences, created Tetris to test the performance of Soviet computers. He named the game Tetris, combining tetra, Greek for four, with tennis, his favorite sport. The name Tetra was chosen because each game piece consists of 4 blocks. Did you know that in Russia, New Year is celebrated twice? Russians celebrate New Year on January 1st according to the Gregorian calendar, and again on January 14th celebrating the Old New Year according to the Julian calendar. This tradition began in the 18th century when Peter the Great reformed Russia's calendar system and adopted the Western Gregorian calendar. However, many cultural and religious customs continued to follow the Julian calendar. Russia's Old New Year is a more relaxed celebration than the January 1st New Year. Families gather to share festive food and sometimes exchange gifts. For many Russians, it's a joyful opportunity to extend the holiday cheer and celebrate once more. 2 celebrations, double the fun. But did you know Russia also has breathtakingly grand landscapes? Let's head to those highlands. Now, let's brave the Sky Bridge, one of the world's most thrilling pedestrian bridges. This incredible structure is located in Sochi, southern Russia, spanning the deep Aktsu Gorge. It stretches over 1,400 feet, approximately 427 meters, and soars about 700 feet, approximately 213 meters, above the ground. The Sky Bridge offers breathtaking views of the Caucasus Mountains and the Black Sea, providing visitors with a unique visual experience that will leave them in awe. Made of steel and glass, the bridge offers a clear view of the vast landscape unfolding below, further stimulating a sense of adventure. For those seeking more excitement, a zip line runs parallel to the bridge, offering a thrilling descent and a different perspective of the stunning scenery. The Sky Bridge is a must-visit destination for thrill-seekers and nature lovers alike. From this high vantage point, one can appreciate Russia's vast beauty. Russia is a country connecting two continents encompassing the cultures and landscapes of both Europe and Asia. Speaking of high places, let's now dive into a unique experience you can only have in Russia. If you're seeking adventure, this next section is for you. The traditional Russian sauna experience, the banya. One of the most distinctive traditions is the Russian banya. The banya transcends the simple concept of cleansing. It's a place for physical and mental rejuvenation. Imagine entering a scorching hot room, then plunging into icy cold water or rolling in the snow. This intense experience is said to promote health, improve blood circulation, and help detoxify the body. The banya is rooted in folklore and renowned for its healing powers. But the banya signifies more than that. It's also a social space where friends and family gather to share meals and drinks in a warm, relaxed atmosphere. This communal aspect strengthens relationships and fosters deep bonds. Special rituals enrich the banya experience. Traditions like wearing felt hats to protect the head from extreme heat and receiving invigorating massages with vanish, bundles of birch or oak leaves, highlight its charm. Intense sessions are followed by periods of rest and reflection, often leading to profound philosophical conversations and heartfelt confessions. The banya is a place where worries melt away, replaced by a deep sense of rejuvenation. Cherished throughout Russia, the banya is often depicted in literature and film as a sanctuary from life's hardships. The banya is a unique and beloved haven, weaving together Russians' love for nature, health, and community. Concluding our journey from the traditional Russian spa to a national obsession, the banya experience, we finish today with something truly iconic, what Russians drink more than vodka. It's tea. Let me share an astonishing fact. The most consumed beverage in Russia is not vodka but tea. Russia ranks 5th in the world for per capita tea consumption. This cherished drink was introduced to Russia in the 17th century, but was initially 10 times more expensive than in Europe, and it took a year to transport it from Moscow to Beijing. Today, tea is an essential beverage when visiting friends in Russia, usually served with cookies and sweetened with honey or jam. Truly delicious. While the British are famous as tea aficionados, Russians also enjoy tea, drinking 5 to 10 cups a day. Drinking black tea with sugar is common, though green tea and unsweetened black tea are also gaining popularity. In Russia's harsh climate, nothing beats a hot cup of tea to ward off the chill. Tea beats vodka? That's right. But before you go, hit the like button and discover more intriguing Russian peculiarities and amazing facts. If you found today's video interesting, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot to us. Be sure to check out our next video. It's packed with content you'll love. Let us know in the comments where you'd like to travel next. Thanks for watching, and see you in the latest video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel as more exciting videos are on the way. See you next time.